Yo, 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 peace. Supreme the Almighty back in the building. I hope y'all all had a great Christmas and whatnot. Yeah, I had a good Christmas with my family and whatnot. Peace and blessings to everybody, yo. Appreciate y'all for, supporting my channel and support everybody that I've had on the show and whatnot. Tonight we got the big homie, Panik of the Molemen. This man has created so many timeless tracks and produced. Like, it's amazing. Definitely one of my favorite producers, yo. But yeah, I'll try to get him in here real quick. We're gonna be showing some of his videos and whatnot, you know what I mean? The joints he produced and all that stuff, you know what I mean? We had my brother Skanks the Rap Mart on the last one on Friday. That shit was lit. He dropped some heavy ass bars. Yo, peace.
What up?
What's good, brother?
Chilling, chilling.
I was just loading up your page right quick on YouTube because I want to showcase some of the stuff you be doing. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Word, word. Definitely appreciate your time too, man. I was just also introducing about you. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself though. I mean, watch you let everybody know who you are and whatnot. For those that might not know.
Panik from the moment, straight out of Chicago. Just make beats, real hip hop, boom bap, old school, new school, every school, hip hop culture.
Word, word. I was letting everybody know. I'm like, yo, honestly, like, you know what I mean? Not to say it that way, but you definitely one of my favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? Because you had so many timeless hits that I still be, you know what I mean, like playing in the whip and whatnot. And to this day, I still be seeing you producing beats live on Instagram, and like, it's crazy.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
yeah, I didn't know where you was exactly residing, because you know what I mean. I know everybody puts up wherever, but then they live in a completely different location. So when you said you what, like an hour behind me or something like that?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago, born and raised in Chicago.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I was like, oh, so I was like, damn, I hope he could do it at 7 my time and my time, because I'm like, oh man, I you know what I'm saying?
I
I
don't
didn't really
know.
think
I don't
that.
know. You were giving me that East Coast vibe, so I was like, "Yo, what time you talking about?" So I had a feeling you were on some East Coast vibe. That's why.
Word. No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I be getting confused because you know what I mean. When I'm doing interviews with people and stuff, like everyone's from all over the world. Snow Goons from Germany, Kiwi
Yeah,
Tatsi's from France. So I be
yeah.
forgetting we back home, back in you know what I mean.
For sure, for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. But yeah, so Panic of the Moment. So how did you come up with your name? Like did somebody give it to you, or did you just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you heard of Vakil, but he's part of the crew and stuff like that. So,
Yeah,
Vakil, he gave me the name. It was actually originally he called me his Panic. So I just cut it to Panic. But yeah,
nice.
that's how he
No
came up
doubt.
with the name. Yep.
No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up, man. Yeah, shout out to Vakil, man. Yo, I've been jamming that Darkest Cloud joint for a minute, yo. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the joints on there are fucking flawless, man. Like and like I always said that about Bar Kill because I put my sons on to Bar Kill and some of your beats and etc. And
Yeah.
and then you also produce for Virtuoso. You also
Yeah.
produce for, of
Vinny.
course, the legend MC Juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did Vinny Pez, Armor of Army of Pharaohs, Vinny Pez, Cali Agents, Roscoe,
That's
who
crazy.
else? I've been working,
Word.
Supernatural. I did something for Supernatural, different people.
I didn't know about Vinny Paz. That's dope. You what did you produce on the Army of the Pharaohs?
On Army of the Pharaohs is I don't know the exact name, but it's Yakuza, and it's off their last Army of the Pharaohs album. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to peep that out. Yeah, because I kind of fell off the grid with a lot of music and whatnot. Because I'm
Yeah.
still trapped in the time warp where all I listen to is '90s, '90s hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm like that too, but I kind of venture out to different vibes just to like keep me honest. But then I listen to a lot of different type of music too. Once the culture of hip hop, it kind of just it makes you kind of listen to everything.
yeah,
Disco, rock, soul, gospel, whatever. So that's the vibe I be on. Like sometimes I just want to listen to some like '90s acid jazz, or sometimes I'll just listen to some
word.
rock, some soul, So yeah, I just be vibing all over the place.
That's what we try to tell people too. Cause when they be like, "Yo, you only listen to hip hop," like, nah, fam, I produce beats. So as a producer, we listen to everything. There is like
Yeah,
nothing untouched. So
exactly.
know what I mean? 'Cause most of my vinyl joints be coming from like Japan, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
Italy. So, you
yeah,
know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, we gotta listen to everything, man. But when I
that's
be
right.
jamming to them Japanese joints with no English, everybody looking at me all dumbfounded, like, how you
Yep.
even? It's like, it's the music, it's the orchestrated joints or
It's a
whatever you want to
universal
call it.
language, man. It's a universal language. But yeah, when it comes to
Word.
hip hop, man, the heart soul is the '80s and '90s. So you gotta, I vibe mostly off the '80s and '90s. You know, from Run DMC to Mob Deep to whatever. So
hmm I
yeah,
mean, that's the era we came from. You know what I mean? And like I said in most interviews, bro, it's not like it's old nigga music because that's what everybody's trying to call us now because we older. But I could appreciate the newer shit too. It
yeah,
just
sure. But
it
it's
just it
it's
just
like it's
depends.
yeah, it's like rock music, right? You might listen to today's rock, but you're gonna know about the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and so it's the same thing with rap. You gotta know Mobb Deep, Run DMC, Nas, Jay Z. You can listen to the newness, but you gotta go with the roots. The roots it starts from the roots.
hmm
It's like
I
anything else.
mean, that's kind of where we fall short with the whole hip hop game right now because everybody's so quick to get on and pay their way in. A lot of people don't get the time to appreciate the stuff before them. So it's like at
You
the end of the
gotta,
day,
yeah. No matter what it is, man. If you're a boxer, a chef, or a music producer, you got to be a student and a fan of the game. Because boxers,
yeah,
man, you tell Roy Mayweather, Muhammad Ali about the old school boxers, they're gonna know that. So it's the
yeah,
same thing with hip hop. We gotta know where stuff came from because that's just that's just how stuff should be. You need to be a student. In order to be a student, in order to be a teacher and a master, you gotta be a student all the time. All the time. No matter
word,
how dope you are, you always gotta be a student. Me, I'm constantly learning. I never think I know anything, really. Because once you think you know everything, that's it. What are you gonna do? You can't grow no more. And I'm constantly evolving and growing and just learning. But I keep the essence with me. I keep the golden age and the roots and the culture with me. I just try to take it different places, but you always gotta know about the roots. It's just how it goes.
yeah. I mean, pretty much what you said. What I be saying too. Like at the end of the day, because like you have plenty of room to grow as an artist, not even just as an artist, as a human being, as a
Yeah,
person. So at the end of the day, if you just out here bragging with the ego shit, you just like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Oh, I'm better than everybody. You obviously ain't learned enough to know that ain't true. There's always
yeah,
someone better than somebody. So at the end of the day, we got our counterparts too, our twins in the world somewhere. So it's like there's just too much for you to just be like you're the best. Nah, you gotta learn. You gotta learn yourself first, and at the same time, you gotta learn how to expand and grow.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and with that prior knowledge of the ones who came before us is very important.
yeah.
I mean, so
Definitely.
I definitely agree with that. That's why, like with me, I started producing beats when I heard like joints like yours and joints like other producers because it influenced me to be like, yo, that shit's hot. I want to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? Give it a try.
Yeah.
So I learned from what y'all was doing. I learned the flavor. I learned the whole, you know what I mean? So it got me in that headspace to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning every day because I'm switching between programs, et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera.
That's how I am,
So
man. I learn new programs, man. Like I'll mess with Fruity Loops, or I'll use the MPC 2000. You know, I just like jumping around things because it opens your mind to different angles and approaches about things. You know, so that's what I learned from messing around and always being uncomfortable. A little bit of uncomfortable, a little bit out of your comfort zone, expands your mind. You know,
yeah, exactly.
and
Exactly.
ultimately
I'm
that's what you want, man. You want to expand your mind.
glad you said that. 'Cause a lot, you know how many producers I talk to about FL Studio? They just look at me all weird. It's like, yeah, it's user friendly. I get it because you can click the mouse and
Yeah.
whatever. But you know what I mean? Like my thing is the way I chop my shit is completely different than everybody else's. Matter of fact, I would take my shit to the studio
Yeah.
and they would look at me all weird, like, the fuck is this? Like, how are you even chopping beats? Like, what is this? What is this? I'm like, yo, can I just do a whole other method of doing it? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the beauty about music, man. There's not one way to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what style you're doing, the next man's always gonna do it totally different. And
Mm-hmm.
just because we're different people, you know. So that's the beauty about music. It's always gonna be you could sample the same record and you can have 100 different producers mess with it and they're all gonna sound different.
Yeah.
If you're really on it and if you're really original, it's gonna sound different, you know.
Very true. That's it's a beautiful thing, man. Because you can, I mean, the chance of really bumping into somebody that has the same exact everything is like slim to none. Unless that person's obviously trying to bite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 exactly.
But at the end of the day, we all compliment each other. That's like I think we need more of that, man. Like we need compilations of dope producers like you. You know what I mean? Like have you premiere. You know what I mean? All
Yeah,
on one dope ass collaborative album of just multiple MCs. Like it would be so phenomenal and not done before like that.
yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Like,
For
hey,
sure.
yo, if I had the money, bro, I would get all y'all on one joint. I'm telling you, I'll take all the. Give me $1 million motherfucking dollars, yo. Watch what I come out with, yo.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Word.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, man, like I feel like we need to be doing more of that type of stuff. I mean, we could all drop albums and shit, you know what I mean? But I feel like we need to drop some shit that could just be like put in a museum type shit, like just completely change people's mind states of how shit should be done. It's not always about the money; it's about the journey and it's about the accomplishment at the end of the
yeah,
day.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
So definitely. But yeah, let me so while we talking, let me showcase some of what you got and whatnot. I can't play the music because they're gonna do that gay shit where they're gonna block you or whatever they do.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna showcase what you got. This is his YouTube for those that want to check him out and whatnot. Right, that's yours or is that a fan?
No, that's me. That's me. For sure.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I be finding a whole bunch of fan pages and shit, and I be like, yo, who, is this his?
Yeah, I
You know
love
what I
it,
mean?
man. Like the fan pages be having more people listening to my music than my music, so it's cool. As long as it reaches people.
Word. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? What's going on here? Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, because like I said, I'll be watching what you be doing. And I'm just like, yo, damn. It's like, you know what? I think the dopest shit you've done on top of that was the digging in the floppies.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
and that's what's playing right now. Because the reason I'm saying that is because I never would have thought you were gonna actually break down the production to some of my favorite records, like the
Yeah,
Key to the City, MC
yeah,
Juice. I was just like, yo, that's how he chopped that shit. That shit sounded so like crazy. Like I love that type of shit. Like I mean, I know in a way it's kind of going against the grain
yeah,
because you don't really want to show everybody like everything, because then they might try to bite and shit. But me as a fan, I appreciate it because there's some
yeah,
things that it's like you can hear the same. I can hear the same sample you might have used, but I can never make it sound like how you did. So it's like I appreciate it. Just listening.
yeah. I love it, man, because some people think it's a new beat. So they're like, man, that's a dope beat, man. You sound old school. I'm like, I'm like, man, that's a 30, 20-year-old beat.
Yo, you ain't lying. That shit been yo,
But
word,
it's
man.
dope
Like you
though, because
had,
you reach different people though. You know, you just cool.
word, man. Like that shit's crazy. And then you dropped a new joint with Juice. Like that shit was just the whole fucking like there was no motherfucking skips. Like it was just so hard, bang. I copped it. I bought it and shit because I was like, yo, I got first off, I got to support. I always try to support who I can, but at the same time, I'm a fan of MC Juice and I'm a fan of your beats, so I already know what's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate it.
So it's definitely I love how y'all work together, you and Juice, because you had Sincerely, Key to the City, you had a whole a whole vault of just joints. And
Yeah.
the way those bumped was crazy. And even the vibe killed, Darkest Cloud, like the whole album. Like it was just crazy. Simplicity, like all them joints were high, yo. I was just like I was amazed. And then the Virtuoso, Thunder God. That shit
Ah,
just
yeah,
blew
yeah,
my fucking head, yo. Like that blew
yeah,
my fucking mind. Like what you
yeah.
did with that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
oh,
man. It's just I just love making beats, man. I just love music. You know, that's it. That's my answer.
I mean, that's how it should be. I mean, 'cause at the end of the day, like we try to make money, you know what I mean? Try to make a living, but at the same time, it's like it's fun to do. Like it's a lifestyle. It's you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so, this is the culture. This is what we're representing. This is what we're trying to keep alive.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly,
so you got mad joints, man. Like whole albums and shit.
man. Yeah,
So
man.
that's it.
I just be
That's
working,
just
man. Just like I just like make them. I just make beats and just have fun. It's like my drug, you know. I'm just like an exercise, man. I just make it constantly, just making them.
yeah, and then like it keeps you motivated. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because those that have to 9 to 5, you know what I mean, working all day in the morning and shit. Niggas
Yeah.
want to come home and just blast some music. So
Uh-huh.
it's like, you know what I mean? I work for a delivery company. So I want music to bump all day and all night. So
Yeah.
I'll have your joints in the playlist, MC Juice, you know what I mean? And it's like it helps me get through my day at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's
So
how I am, man. With music, man. Certain times I just be vibing on certain artists, and it just like helps me get through the day. And I like sometimes I like just cooking, and I'll play some music to just like I vibe off it while I'm cooking or walking or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like yo, I'll be hearing like a range rap hitting a pipe or some shit. I'm ready to make a beat. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
and I
Exactly.
used to be like that. Yo, I used to take the little mic from the phone and say, record my
Yeah.
sound and then just throw it in the beat. Like
Yeah. It
that
gives it
shit
that
was fun.
vibe. It gives it that originality. You know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's gotta be. Like as producers.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Who in the future do you look forward to working with that you haven't yet?
Besides Nas and Jay-Z and the whole Wu Tang, I don't know, man. Just like I honestly like the obvious people from, the obvious people. You yeah, man, for real. Like I always think about like honestly, Nas, Jay-Z, Wu Tang people. Who else? Who else could I think of? Like I don't know. I love KRS, Big Daddy Kane. Like just obvious people. You know what I mean? I
Word,
work with
word.
G Rap. I work with G Rap forever. Like people like that.
Yeah, G Rap. You got to join with him.
Yeah, off the Killing Fields album, he spit on one of my beats on.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
look that shit up. Yeah, 'cause that shit. Yeah, 'cause, yeah. Cool G Rap on one of your beats would sound dope as fuck. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to
yeah,
dig.
yeah. Look out. It's on an album we dropped by the Molemen Killing Fields. Check that out. He's
No doubt,
on.
no doubt.
He's
Now I
on there.
always had that.
Yeah, go
Oh, you're
ahead.
good.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say I always had I had a couple questions floating in my head that I always wanted to ask because you know what I mean. Like, it's not being ignorant; it's more so I love to hear
Sure.
like the answers and shit. So, like, all right, so Moment, is that like your record label or is that like you know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah, it's mine. It's mine. Yeah.
okay, yeah, because I wasn't sure if you were the operator of the overall or
Yeah,
if it was more so, you know what I mean?
I am the molemen.
That's crazy. Well then you got man, you got some treasures up in your record label because to have like what? So you got all right, so you got Vakil, you got MC Juice. Those are all under Molemen Records, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. So who else is part of the record label?
You know, just right now, honestly, at this point right now, I'm just like dropping stuff just with me, and I'm working on like producer albums. But the only person that's rolling right now is Vakil, you know.
Word.
And I have been talking to Juice, you know, about doing some stuff, but you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like right now, I'm working on a like producer albums and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. You
Yeah.
got so you're gonna try to so you are gonna try to get some Wu Tang niggas on some beats.
Hey, I'm always trying to get whoever like I really feel. So if any of that ever comes to fruition, yeah, for sure, man.
No doubt. I mean, also to work with Cali agents, man,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that in itself is a fucking great achievement. Cause look at where Planet Asia is now.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he was way younger than Cali agents. So
For
it's
sure,
like
man. Shit was a while ago. Yep.
so it's crazy. Like I've been digging a lot lately and I just come about realizing all the people you produce for. It was kinda shocking. Cause it was like you know, if you didn't buy the vinyl back then and shit, we didn't have YouTube. You didn't really know who produced shit until you had the vinyl or until
Yeah,
they dropped it somewhere. You know what I mean? So with this internet highway, it's
yeah,
perfect. Now I can sit there and be like, all right, this and that produced by so and so, when I can look it up. So
yeah.
that shit's dope.
Yeah,
That
man.
shit's
Like
definitely
sometimes
dope.
I just like I said, I just been working and I don't even think about like who I work with. I just like who I'm working with next or what am I doing next? What am I doing right now? You know. And then I'll look later on like, oh yeah, I did this and that. You know.
So I see you using that. What is that? That's a e machine or a machine?
Yeah, that's the machine and the NPC on the other side.
So let me ask you this. This might be a tricky question, but which one do you prefer?
You know, it's like not that I know about weapons, but it's like saying, you know, what do you like, a machine gun or a knife? It just depends on the situation, you
Okay,
know.
well put. Very well put.
What do you like, a nuclear missile or a spaceship? You know, it's like because it's like it just depends on the situation, you know, because like with the NPC 2000 Excel, you get a certain vibe going with it, and with the machine, it has its own little, you know, features that you know, you approach it differently, you know. That's what I mean by messing around with different programs and hardware and machines. That it just opens your mind to different things and you approach music differently, you know. Because you know, I play guitar, I play bass, you know, and I also use a MIDI controller so I can play little piano notes and chords and stuff like that. Because that's another thing. Like I got honestly, I got bored with just sampling, so I started just making music without any samples because it forced me to make music differently and approach it differently. So now that I know how to do that, it makes it interesting again. So I blend them now, you know. So that's what I'm saying. It's always good to jump around all over the place.
Word. I feel like I want to be asking producers that sometimes because it's like you started out with the MPC
Yeah,
and then a lot of people are converting to this because I guess it's more like it's easier to just be creative like
yeah,
with the
yeah,
computers and shit. So it's like, but a lot of producers, excuse me, a lot of producers do say they do like they prefer the MPC, and I always wondered, well, you know what I mean, which would you prefer to be able to be creative and not have the setup time, or would you prefer to, you know, have the old school feel to everything and do it that way.
Yeah, yeah. It's you ever seen that movie? You ever seen Rocky 4 when Rocky's carrying that big wood tree
Yeah,
trunk
horse
on his
thing or whatever.
shoulders and shit? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
he's doing the NPC. You know, he's doing the old school shit. But then you got Ivan Drago using the computers and all that. You know, so it's like
yeah,
they both were good with what they were doing and how they were training. They were just doing it differently. So it's like it's never a wrong way to do it. What matters is your creativity and how dope you are. You know what I mean? That's to
very
me.
true.
That's really
Nah,
because you know a lot of people say, oh man, you know Fruity Loops or Ableton or Logic or Reason, or they'll be like the MPC, the SP12 or the ASR. But at the end of the day, there's producers on the ASR like Jake One and Kanye and different people like that. Then you got Pete Rock and Extra P on the SP12. And you got people on the MPC 3000. So it's like, what, you're going to tell me those dudes weren't dope dudes in those equipments? It's just who was using them, you know? Because nowadays, I don't really want to be a jerk, but you'll see people using an MPC on Instagram and it's be like the beat won't be that good, you know? But then
yeah,
I'll hear
yeah,
somebody on Fruity Loops do a better beat than the guy on the MPC. So it's like, so it's really about the creativity, about the person and the soul about the person and how dope that person is and original, you know?
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. I definitely agree with that. I mean, me personally though, with that being said, I kind of don't like the setup prep. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it kills my creativity. So it's like if I can go with a little bit easier, so I can just focus mainly on my chopping and my
Yeah,
drums, I'd
yeah.
probably prefer that. So you know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you. I mainly use a machine, you know, and
Hmm.
when, but I also went old school and I learned how to play bass and learn how to play guitar. So it's like I even went more old school than a sampler, you know what I mean? But I also went forward. So it's like there's always a way to expand different ways. You could go more old school, or you could go more new school, and just be all over
Or
the place. But what matters is what kind of formulas, because it's like cooking. It's like a scientist, you know, your formula of how you make your music and the outcome. If the ingredients are right and you know how to mix them, that's it.
very true. Now you're right. I definitely agree with that. Like there's definitely gotta be chemistry in
Exactly.
what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
cause okay, if you're not even feeling your own shit, why should
Exactly.
anybody else? At the end of the day, I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta have that confidence too in yourself to do shit. Like,
Definitely, for sure.
so I mean, cause me more so, cause I'm an MC too. I can rap, but like, the thing is, I started making the beats because it was hard to find a producer that wanted to work with you like that. So it's like
Yeah.
I did it for myself, and in turn, it's like it all worked out because my beats are I love them. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like that's what really comes with the territory. You have to like your old shit. I mean,
Yeah. It
taking
starts with that.
requests,
It has
taking
to. It
requests
has
and
to
shit is
start
kind
with
of gay, yo. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's a pain in the ass to take requests from people sometimes. I mean, like, yo, can you throw that, can you throw that cowbell in there or some shit? Be like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. It
These
has to
fucking
start
machine
with
gun rolls.
yep. Sure.
So, I mean, I definitely agree with you too, though, about the whole like, just working out whatever music's there, etc. So it's like, it definitely it should be that way. It's just the thing about trap music for me is like it's tough to really get in that flow because it feels like they use like two notes and they just loop it. They just
Yeah.
loop the whole entire thing. I mean, yeah, I could do that probably in like 10 seconds, but like that ain't really my style. Like I'd rather take time and chop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that shit dope though. You can do your own shit without having to use samples. Because to be honest with you, that's a treasure in itself because you don't have to worry about the copyright infringements. You don't have to worry about etc. You could actually just be yourself and still make dope content.
Yeah. See, but that's the thing though. When you're playing instruments, you gotta make them sound like a sample, a hip hop beat. You still gotta make them sound good, you know? Because there's people that'll
Yeah,
play instruments and be like, well, it sounds like something that really wouldn't vibe with some hip hop stuff. But Yeah, you just gotta know, you just gotta have that feeling and do your homework so you know how to do this properly, you know?
Yo, what I heard, man, you you got that shit down. Word, man. Like yes, like I said, it's like a lot of like with the producers, man. I don't go by like the newest shit, like trending, whatever. I go by like what I hear. And,
Yeah, yeah.
like I
That's
feel
how
like
it
that's the
should
other
be.
problem. It's the other problem with how hip hop is, man. Everybody wants the latest trend and shit. I get it because it helps you get views, it helps you whatever, possibly. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, there's so much great music out there. It's like just reach out to people. Like at the end of the day, like someone like you would be worth paying for. You know what I mean? Like if someone wanted to buy a beat, it'll be well worth the payment. But meanwhile, they'll go to like some weirdo trap dude or something, pay him like thousands of dollars, and this shit sounds trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
investments, man. People need to invest better. Like stop paying to get a high maintenance feature. You know what I'm saying? It's pointless. But at the end of the day, man, you got a lot of dope artists, man. Like I honestly feel like Vakil, yo, he when I first heard a lot of his shit, I was utterly like my jaw dropped. But the shit he was saying, like I felt like it was so ahead of his time because it just was there. He was like a mixture of like Big L had a baby with cannabis, like no homo, but like that's kind of how it felt because the shit he was rapping. He's rapping that smart shit, but still had the ill flow, like the Big L flow. Like it was just consistent. So I appreciate his shit. And the MC Juice had like the laid back battle rap shit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact you have him is amazing because I like you know what, to this day I still gotta tell people about MC Juice. And
Yeah.
it's funny as hell. It is so funny because everybody sit here and Eminem's the best. Eminem's never been beaten, blah, 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 right? But if you know hip hop, if you really went back in time, if I recall, Scribble Jam, MC Juice beat Eminem. So it's
They
like,
sure did. I mean, I went on the road with him. I was in the car and I was at Scribble Jam with him. So yeah.
yo, that's damn, that must have been one hell of a night to just sit there.
I talked to Eminem. I'm like, dude, you're giving my man a run, you know, because they were going at it, and he's like, you know, he smiled and stuff like that. Then you know, later on, you know, they battled up, and then Juice won. But yeah, like you know, it was dope. It was dope to even
Yeah,
be in
Eminem,
that situation.
Eminem's good, man. He's a good
Yeah,
battle MC. Because if you watch
yeah,
that footage, it was kind of like no holds barred. You couldn't even tell who was actually winning because it was just back to back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like, but the point of the matter is, I was telling people like, yo, MC Juice, man, like he's one of the greatest battle rappers of all time. But when you hear him freestyling, like I
Yeah,
think I heard him on a Sway and Tech joint or something.
yeah,
But like when he freestyles, man, it's like it sounds like all natural. It sounds all
yeah,
natural. Like
yeah. It's really smooth, man. It's like he's writing it, but it's really like it's really freestyle, man. Because I've been around that dude when there was no paper, no pen, or nothing. He's just rapping for like feels like hours, and he's just and he's just like, yo, man, like you can't keep that. You can't keep that in your brain. He's just going off the dome. You know what I mean? Like straight up.
he was definitely like that, yo. It felt like that, yo. Whenever MC Juice be rapping, it feels like time just slows down or just completely stops almost because it's like you're so caught up in the laid backness. It's like you just want to sit there and listen all fucking day, like.
Yeah.
So, but the fact you got him, like I said, that shit's crazy. And then that virtual, like I said, back to that virtuoso joint, Thunder God.
Yeah.
Now, that shit was crazy. And then you even had the punch chop in there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I did
Yeah.
I did like 3-4 joints with Vert. Yeah.
Word, yo. Like you got shit. I'm still trying to. You got so much stuff, man. I'm still trying to dig everything up.
Yeah.
You got a lot of you got a lot of artists.
I've been around the block.
Word.
Yeah.
So you think there's any major difference between Chicago and New York when it comes to hip hop?
Yeah, obviously, man. Like, you know, New York's just New York. You know, but like Chicago is Chicago. Like we got our thing. You know what I mean? It has to be different. It's kind of saying is the West Coast and the East Coast. You know, it's just the South. You know what I mean? Like every region has their vibe just because of the neighborhoods and just the whole vibe of the city and the state and the weather, and it's just so many things, you know. So like when you hear New York, like a real New York dude be on that New York hip hop, then you know it's New York. But like with Chicago, it's the same thing. Like we got our little things. If you grew up here and you're rapping, we're gonna know you're from Chicago when you're spitting and you're doing that hip hop. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. Because it's like the way both states, whatever works, is like there's always going to be ghettos. There's always going to be struggle.
Yeah.
There's always going to be MCs. You know what I mean? Producers. So at the end of the day, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I do feel like. I mean, I don't even feel like just because it was kind of raised here, born here, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I feel like that shouldn't be the case because I'm pretty sure someone was doing it somewhere at the same exact time we was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just didn't get publicized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all have a lot of dope rappers from over there. So it's like,
yeah, we definitely got some spitters here, man. I mean, you're looking at that video right there. You got Twisted and Rakim. I mean, Twisted. You know, people when they think of Twisted, they think of like the stuff from the West Side, which is dope to me. But they don't know that he's a student of lyricism, of MCs like G-Rap and Rakim and all that. You know what I mean? Like in that song particularly, he's going with Vakil back and forth, and he's spitting like some crazy lyrics. So Twister is like a real MC. You know what I mean? If you really listen to Twister, the dude has some of the craziest lyrics. You know, so yeah, we got a lot of spitters in Chicago, man. Old school, new school, mid school, whatever, man. We got some real MCs here.
you always wanted to see I always wanted to see Vakil battle somebody like.
Yeah.
Just to see what he says, because like I said, a lot of his shit seems very sophisticated, especially in the Darkest Cloud. For those that have heard the album, it's like it's very over the head punchline type shit. So it's like I could imagine him as a battle rapper on like King of the Dot or some shit.
Yeah, he's a spitter, man. He's crazy.
Word.
Some of the stuff that he says, like, it just drives me crazy. Like, hey, wow, how did you even think of that shit? You know?
Word, man. That's why y'all making classics though. Like y'all surprising each other with shit.
but he's a big, you know, superhero and you know, Marvel comics and horror movies from the 90s and 80s, and he's into all that crazy stuff. So it's his imagination watching and, you know, reading comics and watching them crazy movies. So,
Yo, I don't know why, but I feel like the best MC was bred from that old school shit, like the fucking comics and the old cartoons and the old shit. Even the samples we choose, a lot of it. So
for sure.
It's pretty crazy knowing that, because I feel like the ones that aren't into comics, the ones that haven't really listened to hip hop like that, those are the ones you can kind of tell like their bars are kind of watered down and shit. Like they don't really sound very fluid, or they don't sound very smart. It's just a whole bunch of repetitiveness in a way.
Yeah.
So that's why I like my rappers to rap about comic book shit. And you know, whatever I can fucking relate to too. You know what I mean? Because I mean, at the end of the day, like that's what makes this shit dope. Like I sample anime. I'll find anything I can that has a dope orchestra and shit.
Yeah. Music's music, man. Music's everywhere. So that's the beauty.
So who was like the first person you listened to that gave you the inspiration to be a beat producer?
As far as beats, or just hip hop in general?
I guess we could say hip hop.
Run DMC was like, you know, that was just the first people that caught my attention. But after that, I just took off with everybody else. But Run DMC was like the beginning, you know.
Word. What really attracted you to their music? Was it the beat, or was it just the overall?
Man, the whole overall vibe, man. You know what I mean? You had Run, and you had Run. They were just screaming at you, and they were just so hard. It had the Adidas on, and then you had Jam Master Jay with the scratches, and the videos were so dope. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Come on, you know?
Definitely. I mean, for me too. Like, you know what it is too for me though. The beats, like the beats in the back, the old school
Yeah,
shit.
man, the beats, man, the
Ooh.
drums, the rock sounds, and the drums, and then Jam Master Jay was cutting that shit like crazy. It was like, I mean, it was just a whole vibe, you know what I mean? And then LL came right after that, and it's just like, forget it, man, you know what I mean? Then 88, then, I mean, shit, after that, I was gone. I don't even know what else I was doing but hip hop.
them loops that break the break joints. You know what I mean? All the shit they used back in the day was just
Yeah, man.
completely changed everything. It was like
Exactly. So hard,
or,
man. Yep.
so like if you ever had an opportunity to do like a beat battle, who you think you would want to choose?
Shoot, I don't even know, to be honest, man. Whoever they tell me to go against, or whatever.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Word, because I got like what some of my inspiration was like Kyo Itachi, because I was like, yo, if I ever had a chance to go against somebody, I think I want to go against Kyo, because like it's just the way he produces beats. Me and him have similar styles, and it's just overall. So I was like, you know what? I respect this guy. I always looked up to him as a
Yeah.
legendary beat producer. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want that. I want to go against him, and we made it happen. So that's why I figured I'd ask, like, as a producer, you ever feel like there's somebody you would want to like try to go toe to toe with, like with your beats?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, whoever the fans, you know.
Well, so we're gonna have to do a vote right here. Then
I
you
let, I let, the,
post
pe-
some.
I let the people speak.
You got people up in here. Word, they could do that. What's that? Mention shit for someone you want to see him go against. There, yo, I would love to see that. I love beat battles. I mean, a lot of people might not dig it, but I love to hear like the selections, especially when you got to stay in that same level of beat. Like you can't switch from like some love making joint to a fucking bash your head and shit. Everything's gotta be on balance.
Yeah.
Or but you got mad banging, man. And like I said, you like pumping out a new beat like every day and shit. It's kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah, man. I just love making music, man. It's like I said, for sure.
Or
Yeah.
definitely. Then you doing producer joints, so it's like the producer album is definitely gonna be dope because like. Like I don't know if you could mention who you would want on it, but you have somebody you think you would want on it besides your team?
I mean, you know, whoever's dope, man. Whoever who just some of the obvious people, you know what I mean? Just like dope people, man. Like MCs, you know, to just make you feel, you know, catch a certain vibe and stuff, you know. Pretty
No
much.
doubt, no doubt. Have you ever felt like you had to turn away from somebody? 'Cause, like you feel like they were kind of maybe annoying you or being disrespectful, like trying to like get a beat from you or something?
I mean, everything has happened to me. I
Unfortunately.
I just keep it that. I just keep when you've been around for a minute, everything's happened to you. Everything. Yeah.
I hear that.
Good and
Unfortunately,
bad. Good and bad, man. Good and bad.
yeah, some people up in the chat trying to read what they're saying. Somebody would love to see you on Twitch.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I might get into that. I might get into that.
Somebody else said they want you to collab with Zelda.
Yeah, I love Conway, man. I love him. And
That'd be
Butcher
pretty
too.
dope too.
I love Conway, I love Butcher. Yep.
Or that'd be pretty dope. Yo, Twitch would be pretty live too, man, if it wasn't only for video games and shit. Like,
Yeah, man. I'd be down. I'm gonna mess with that. I just got a new computer. I should be getting it in the mail soon, so I'm gonna get on some new things.
I said, what happened? You made some fire ass shit, just lit the whole fucking computer up.
Nah, just that, man. I had like the oldest computer, man. So I don't even want to. I was still running like Windows. What is it? Windows 7, man. So it's like it's time.
What? Yo, I'm dead. He just said Windows 7.
I am not playing around. I'm running Windows 7, and I got a Digio 2 fucking Pro Tools thing and shit, running like Pro Tools 10 or some shit. I don't even know. And at the end of the day, the shit's ancient. So I was like, it got to the point where a lot of things have been updated, and I can't use it no more. So it's like, well, I'm forced to get a new computer. So that's why it's in the mail. And I should be getting it this week coming up. So I'm like excited to see what I'm gonna do with that.
Yeah, but you kind of flip my jokes now, yo, because I used to come at people like, yo, they're like, yo, why you shit running so slow? I'm like, that shit's on Windows 98.
I'm damn
And
near
then
Windows 98 right now.
I'm like, damn, yo, Panik is still running off of fucking dial-up and shit.
I still
Every
running
time I
at
try to make a beat.
AOL.com.
You know what I mean? He's on the middle of a beat, somebody call him.
That's where my email's at on the AOL.com.
Oh, shit. Damn, you old school for real. That's
I'm doing that MySpace social media promotion.
yo, I'm dead. And they fucking yo. Oh shit, man. That's crazy. He's like, yeah, I got the dial up. So that's just crazy. And so you still got the flip phone?
Yeah, man. Hit me on the beeper.
the 20-minute joints just to send one text type shit.
Exactly.
Word, yeah. That shit is crazy. Yeah, but see, I agree. See, that's the thing, though. The reason I'm laughing, too, I relate. Because I'm still running Fruity Loops 9.
Hey, man, whatever works, though, right? Whatever works.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody on there, I'm on fucking 20 and shit, some shit now. I'm still stuck on my 9.
It's not the gear, man. It's the ear. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah.
We ain't lying, though.
Yep.
We ain't lying.
Yep.
Word. You got mad shit on here. I still got to dig myself, kid. You got just so much stuff. It's like, it's overwhelming. the heat that's just sitting on the desktop right now.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
No doubt, no doubt. So, you got any future events or anything you're trying to do?
No, man. Just catch me on Instagram, man. I'm gonna be putting videos there constantly, man. Just dropping music there, and I'll put on my news there and on my YouTube channel, and just that's where I'll be, speaking to everybody there.
No doubt, no doubt. And then definitely they gotta check out the website. What's the website address again?
PanikOnTheBeat.com.
Okay, yeah. Y'all all make sure to check that out. Cause that's where they can buy the new albums too, right?
Yep. All the new albums on PanikOnTheBeat.com.
Yeah, because I know I bought the MC Juice joint.
Yeah,
I forgot what the website.
Vakil has his EP there. He dropped it in the summer, and the EP's on there too. Just a lot of different things there. You'd be surprised. Just check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go cap that too then. Yeah, cause
yeah, you gotta check that Vakil album. He got like knots on there. He got like three knots on there. He got a song with Juice on there. Yep. He got Twist on there. He got some joints on there.
Word, man. I'm gonna have to go to that shit too, cause I already did the MC Juice shit, but yeah, I'm gonna check that shit out too. Yeah, cause like I said, I'm fortunate like not to sound like that, but it's just the thing is I'm so I'm used to the other shit, the older shit, so it's like I play that shit out, so I'm just like, yo, I can't handle it no more, you know what I mean? And then I'll move to the next. So you know what I mean? Cause like I said, I was playing that Bar Kill shit, Darkest Cloud shit, and it was phenomenal. So that shit will be on repeat to the point where I annoyed the shit out of somebody. You know what I mean? I had people tell me at some points like, yo, you play that shit all the fucking time, like change it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, well, what you want me to do? Like, this shit's hot.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't mean to be a jerk or nothing, man, but I gotta get up early in the morning, and maybe we could continue this on another, maybe next week or whatever, you know what I mean, or in a couple of weeks or whatever.
Yeah. No, definitely, yo. My bad to hold you up and shit.
No, I'm good. Sure.
Yeah, cause I gotta be up too. Trust. I already know how that. I already know how that should be. But yeah, definitely. I definitely appreciate your time though, cause like yo, you got a lot of bangers, man.
Nah,
I
man,
appreciate
I
what you do for hip
appreciate
hop.
you. I appreciate you reaching out and stuff like that. Anytime, man. I'm down to build. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So everybody, make sure you check out his page. What's your Instagram?
Uh, at Panic of the Moment.
Heck, okay. So
Yeah.
yes, definitely check him out there. I'm gonna be tagging him in the video when it's done, so y'all can all make sure you follow the shit.
Yeah.
Also, and just check out his website and whatnot, so you can buy the albums and check out some of his digging in the floppies joint.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely
Appreciate.
appreciate your time, bro.
Same, bro. Same, bro.
No doubt. We're gonna link up. We gonna keep it moving and shit. I'll talk to you soon then, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. Hit me up, man. I'm around anytime, man. You know, you hit me up on Instagram. I'm there all the time. Dropping your
No
videos
doubt.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. You dropped the 2 minute joint before we even did this. I was like, damn, like
I got a new computer now, so it's on.
word. That
No
shit's
more Windows
crazy.
98.
No more dial up. You got a landline now. But no doubt, no doubt. But yo, I'll check you soon, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man. Peace out.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, so that was Panic of the Moment. You know what I mean? Producer, he's a legend, man. He got mad shit out. Go check out his website. Cop the MC Juice album, the Bar Kill album. He's got mad other shit back in the days with AOTP, Virtuoso. You know what I mean? He's got a lot going on, man. So just make sure to follow him. You know what I mean? Support the shit. Yeah, so I got more future shows coming up and shit. I'm gonna try to do this shit every weekend. You know what I mean? Next weekend, y'all hearing it first, I should be interviewing the homie Gore-Tex from Nonfiction, Lord Goat. So if you're a fan of Nonfiction and Lord Goat, definitely tune in for next weekend, man. I'm gonna get the flyers all situated and put it up for y'all. But yeah, y'all heard it first here. Anyways, I appreciate y'all support, man. Keep checking out the videos. We got the videos on YouTube as well, Facebook, whatever. All right, man. Be safe.